Howdy, y'all. What's up, 351? Good to see you, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, Uncle Lou? Possum, what's up, brother? Uncle Lou, my buddy. Happy, good to see you. Mike Sampson. We're gonna try to catch bait. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Beautiful day. What's up, Rody? Good to see y'all, man. Yeah, I seen Possum in here. I didn't know if the Castaway crew was going for it tonight or not. But I'm feeling like we might get a cat on the bank, so we'll try it out. Gotta get some bait first. I ain't see some fish out there hitting the top water. Might be some skipjack or something. Who knows? Probably shad. Big shad. We'll get us a brim, man, and then we'll cut it up and put it out there, and then we'll fish for something else. Wanting to catch a big catfish tonight. Right touch fishing. Good to see y'all. Cheers, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. Try to get us a little brim. Party foul. That's better. Good to see y'all. Good to see all y'all. What's up, Logan? Good to see you. Good to see y'all. Oh yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, brother. Hey, you gotta get it in when you can though, for real. I might still be out here. If I am, I'll get on there with y'all. River Rat, what's up? Good to see you. There's so many acorns falling. Sounds like firecrackers going off. Ton of them this year. What's up? What's up? Thanks y'all for coming in. Might be a slow evening. Who knows? Ain't really nothing hitting right yet. Usually I catch a few bluegill by now. We'll see. There's fish hitting out there on the top water. Thank y'all for coming in today. Yes. Missed it. Try again. Hope everybody's having a good day. Oh no, I just now got down here about 10 minutes ago. I just threw some worms out there. I'm gonna try to catch a brim and get some cut bait going. And then if I get something like that, I'll chunk it up. I'll put my cat rigs out there, then I'll just fish around for some more little panfish or something. Maybe they'll turn it on here in a minute. Go a little deeper. Let's see if we can get them. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Colin Ray, what's up, boss? That was a little like a red ear sunfish. I got this rig just for tonight. Paula Smith got the spook on there with the glow. Put that headpiece on there. I'm gonna put it out there and let it sit there for a little while. Shirley T, what's up? Good to see you. Put another chunk out there for. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's having a good night. We're going for it a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that head piece didn't come off when I slung it out there. It looked like it did, but I ain't got my glasses. It's still on there. We're good. Throw it back out there. Hate to second guess, but don't want to be fishing with no bait. That's good. That's good. That's good stuff. All right, we're gonna chill out for a minute. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, we can chill for a little bit. Having a good day, beautiful day here on the water. Appreciate you, Danny Smith. I got the bait towel hook up this past week. I appreciate that, man. All right. Let's get us some refreshment here, yeah? Not bad. Woo! Got it going. Yeah. We're gonna be here a little while chilling out. For sure. Yes, beautiful day. It's supposed to get real cold though. Next week, it's supposed to go down in like the 20s. Be pretty cool. It was nice this week. It was kind of warm. Yeah, we got a little bit of everything in here though. Well, there's carp in here, a few carp, gar, catfish, bass, brim, shad, turtles, uh, all kind of different bluegill, brim. Like we got crappie too. We got like 4 or 5 different kind of bass, 2 different crappie, 3 different catfish. So you can catch a little bit of everything in here. Whether or not we do that today, that'll be seen. They're in here. Still warm enough for little gnats and stuff to be out. But maybe it's gonna cool off in a day or two. They'll be out of here for a while. They're saying we might get snow flurries next week. We'll see. What's up, JSP? Good to see you, brother. What's up? What's up? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Got one more little piece to the puzzle. Let's see if we can crack the code. God dang it, I saw a fish jump over there. Thought that was one of my rods going down. Golly. Might put a bail on that one. Now I heard that splash and I thought it was something hit one of my rigs over here. I'm gonna put the bail on that one over on the far left. Face the ace. Yeah, if I was gonna fall in the water, tonight would be the night. Because the pier is kind of slick. I need to sweep it off a little bit. There's a good bass hit right over here earlier. Looked like a big, pretty good size. Well, we got some bait out there for them. We got cut bluegill. We got live bluegill out there. So we'll see what happens. See what happens. You never know. Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in and chilling out for a little bit. Maybe we'll catch something. No, one thing, I gotta wash that worm guts off my hand. Nasty. Ooh, nice. I got me a Mountain Dew right now. Still early though. Cheers. Hope everybody's having a great day. Beautiful day here. Beautiful. What's it like out y'all's way? I know some of y'all are up a little bit north of here, and then some are south, and then some are across the pond. I figure it's pretty cool over in England or toward that area. One thing about it, there's some activity out here. There's some fish hitting, so that means there's something out there hungry. I'd like to see about a 40-pound blue cat take down one of these rods. If we don't get knocked out by acorns, luckily we're not under an acorn tree. oak tree. They're falling everywhere. I've seen so many acorns this year already. There's gonna be some fat deer and fat squirrels. 6 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure. I should know about that conversion, but I don't. It's probably like 65 here. Giga Billy, what's up? What is up, man? Golly. I don't know if y'all heard that splash, but that was a big old, looked like a big hybrid bass over there. I need to put a jig on this thing. I think that's what we're gonna do. Put some form or fashion of a jig on here. Excuse me. God, mosquitoes still biting. Lordy mercy. Man. Some things are brutal. I'm about ready for the mosquitoes to be gone, man. Get them out of here. We're gonna try to catch us up something. No, we're gonna throw this little minnow jig out there. Should already had it on. Get a good old bass. Take him home and cook him tomorrow. I cooked tacos earlier, so. But if we catch a good bass, we'll take him home. Whew, skeeters are tearing me up, buddy. Eesh. drug that one through some algae, I'd say. Yeah. What's Gator? Dang, the bass are wearing that out over there. I don't know if y'all can see that action, but they're getting after it. Cool. I don't night fish as much as I should, probably. It's usually when the big cats are biting. Yep, Mad Cat's Nightlight. That's gonna be it. Well, I know River Rat knows his night fishing. Y'all want to see somebody catch some fish? River Rat wears them out, boy. Due to hit soon though. Gotta put in the time. If you ain't down here, you ain't gonna catch them. This big bass hitting. They're chasing bait up against the bank. Wouldn't mind catching a big old 4-pound spot. That'd be pretty cool. Something fun. I don't know what is hitting this thing. Yeah, I do know what's hitting it. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I was pulling this thing through a school of shad. Now you talk about a dink. That's a damn dink if I ever seen one. Look at that. Unbelievable. Biggest catfish I've ever caught here is a 36-pound blue, and I caught a 30-pound flathead here. I caught a couple teens, a couple 20s, but that one I believe is the smallest. That's beautiful, ain't it? I'm gonna throw it back out there. Maybe something will hit it. I felt something hit me. Golly. Bass are hitting like wow. Leave that sucker on there just like that. I'm gonna hook into something here in a minute. Yeah, I don't think I snagged it. I think he hit it. Well, I know how to catch some shad now. Golly. Yeah, for sure, brother. I'm dragging it. I'm throwing it out there just like that, man. They're schooling a little bit. They're hitting all up and down the river. He finally come off there, but that's funny. Yeah, that was a baby dink. That's right. I got some cut bluegill out there, and I got a live bluegill on my big rig over there. But we'll see. We'll see. Need a big old shad. I'm always too lazy to throw the cast net, but makes it interesting. Yeah, I caught a couple decent fish down here, but it's been a really probably over a year or two since I've caught anything worth really writing home about. But this year I hadn't fished as much, but I'm trying to get back and go more and more because it's hard to catch them from my yard. Nez, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see all y'all. Oh, just chilling, just living the dream, trying to catch a catfish. I'm trying to catch anything right now. I got some catfish rigs out. Catch and release, unless I caught something worth taking home. But I usually, if I catch catfish, I throw them back unless they're 4 or 5 pounds or something. I throw all the bigger ones back. But if I caught like a 2 or 3 pound bass or something, I'd probably throw him in the cooler. Cook it for lunch tomorrow. I'm just down here kind of just goofing around, goofing off, nothing too serious. But yeah, we are, trying to get a catfish. We got something out there for them, so you never know. Never know till you go. Oh, sweet. Sasquatch, he's pretty cool. Pretty cool, dude. You ain't talking about avid, are you? Oh, that's Bigfoot. Never mind. No, that's cool. Yeah, I did. That was cool. That was wild. That was a wild picture. Crazy. All right. All right. Yep. Thank you so much. Right Touch Fishing. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in, checking it out. It means a lot. Hope y'all rest good. All right. Yeah, we're doing good. We hanging tough so far. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little lantern though. I think we're gonna stay down here till probably after dark for a little while. Heck yeah. Appreciate all the thumbs up. Went ahead and put my sweatshirt on mainly because the mosquitoes were wearing me out. I'm just sitting here and chill out for a little while. Good to see you, Johnny. JSP, Johnny Small Pepper. Cheers to you, my man. Come on, big blue cat. Gotta be something out there hungry. Appreciate that, Nancy. Y'all have a good day or good night. Thanks for coming in and checking out live. Maybe on the replay you'll get to go back and see a big fish, but we'll just have to wait and see. See what our battery's looking like. Not bad. Still got 80%. Somebody's partying it up over there, up the river. I've heard them singing "Happy Birthday." They're getting louder and louder. They're starting to get the party going. Sounds like. I'm gonna start this catfish party. I watched a little bit of the tournament earlier, and they caught a few. They weren't really wearing them out. It was a slow day for a lot of folks, but it be like that sometimes. Amanda, just chilling. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate all the support. We ain't really catching no fish except little stuff, but we're still having fun. Thanks for coming in. Just hanging out down here on the beautiful river. Beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, yes, indeed. It was wonderful. Next week it's going to be cold, but it's about time for it. Yeah, it was very pleasant today. I still got a few green tomatoes on the vine. They're straggling along, but they hadn't croaked out yet. Dang, what a fish. I don't know if y'all can see that in the background. Look at that. Dang, that's a big old bass. That was a largemouth, I believe. Gregory, what's up, bro? Good to see you. I need you down here showing me how to catch some of these ditch pickles that's been running bait up against the bank. There's been a couple good bass flop out there. We down here just dodging mosquitoes so far. I got some cut bait on, some cut brim and a live brim on my big rig, so never know. We're gonna see what we get. I appreciate you coming in though, brother. I saw where y'all wore them out yesterday. But what's new? Y'all always wear them. What's the weather up there like in Kansas, Brother Gregory? We were just talking how it's gonna might get snow down here uh, next week, a little snow flurry. I was wondering if it done got cool up that way. Ooh, I hit the limb. Squared up on it. I'm gonna put a bell on this rod over here. Oh yeah, Gregory, I did catch a shad. I did catch a shad with one of the double hook angling jigs earlier. So not a big shad either, like that big. Cool. Good to see y'all. What we got in here? At least we're having fun. That's what counts. We're having fun. We're getting to hang out with all y'all good folks. Appreciate y'all coming in and chilling and hanging out with me. If y'all don't know by now, I'm Daniel, 205 Wild Action. The 205 is actually the area code for this uh, region of Alabama. So the Wild Action speaks for itself. We're always out doing something outdoors, cooking, eating hot peppers, gardening, trying to catch fish, trying to catch animals. We do some hunting, do some deer hunting, some rabbit hunting, and we respect species, and we don't, believe in harvesting nothing and wasting it. We try to uh, use it for a good cause. All the respect for the species, but you will see us fry up fish on here. That's what they're for. But we just try to conserve, especially the big catfish population. Half Century, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in. Long time supporter of the channel. That Indian hen's raising cane. Y'all hear it? You heard me talking about it. Shad's still schooling. Oh man, I appreciate that, JT. I don't I don't claim to be a guitar player. I can mess around on it a little bit. I just a big metalhead from way back. NJ, bro, good to see you. Crappie maniac's what you are, brother. NJ, the crappie maniac. He's wearing them out. Yeah, I play drums, do a little vocals. I don't play in any bands or anything. We used to have a metal band back when we were teenagers. And I still like to jam out if anybody comes over. I got a buddy of mine. We write music sometimes. And yeah, I like rock and roll, heavy metal for sure. A lot of older stuff, like rock and country and a little bit of everything, but mostly heavy stuff, heavy metal. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, NJ. We just caught some brim so far, bait fish. Cut some of them up, threw them out there. Got a headpiece on the Paula Smith. Got a chunk of bait on the Uncle Lou rod, and then I've got, yeah, for sure, dude. Then I've got a live bluegill on the Mad Cat's rod on my heavier setup. He was live. I don't know. He hadn't been swimming around that much yet, but yeah, dude. We're going to Hell's Heroes next year in March. Golly, the bass flopping around. And then me and a couple buddies, guy I work with, his son, they hooked me up with a ticket to go see Iron Maiden and Megadeth next year. So I'm gonna go see them, their farewell tour. But I like a lot of the older metal. One band from up that way, New York area, Demolition Hammer. They're older band from the late '80s, '90s. They're really cool dudes, really nice people. But I met them in Texas a couple years ago. They were the nicest dudes. Golly, nicest dudes. But when they get up on stage, they're brutal. That was like the most brutal mosh pit I've ever seen. I'm too old to be getting in there and really getting hurt in mosh pit, but I'll get in there and uh, thrash around with them a little bit. But too old to be getting busted up like back in the old days. Yeah, man, I've been seeing you about every other day wearing out them crappie. You need to hook me up with some of them slabs, baby. That's some good eating right there, boy. Crappie's good eating, fresh crappie. Dang good. we had a heck, we had a great meal last night. I ain't even gonna lie, man. But we went out and somebody else cooked it. We didn't cook it. Me and my wife went out. Uh, God, the bastards did. But it's our 10-year anniversary this week, so we're celebrating all week. So last night we went out to Ninja Steakhouse, and I ordered me a unagi don eel platter. I got me some California rolls. Got me some sparkling sake. But yeah, we splurged a little bit. She loves that kind of Japanese food and stuff. So we we went up to Coleman. Appreciate that river rat, man. Means a lot. She's put up with me for about 12 years. We've been married for 10, so yeah, she's pretty brave, that's for sure. Lisa's good person. She's had to put up with 3 kids for about 7 years, including me. Thank y'all. It means a lot. Yep. Any minute now, one of these rods are about to go down. It's just inevitable, right? Probably a big old turtle, about a 40-pound snapping turtle. Hey. Alvin Lewis, what's up? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you coming in, old buddy. Got a lot of good folks in here today. I appreciate everybody coming in. That's one thing I will say about y'all, even if we're not wearing the fish out, y'all come in and say hey and hang out with me. I appreciate that. Uh, I had a busy year. I had a lot of things going on. My older cousin of mine, he's like an older brother, taking care of him a little bit, getting him set up. And then work was pretty solid. So now's the time of year I start kind of doing more outdoors, and I'll be doing some hunting soon. We're gonna try to get us up some meat soon. We didn't get no venison last year. That was a rarity. Usually every year we'll at least try to get one put in the freezer. Yeah, Alvin, you the man, brother. I appreciate you coming in. You've been riding with me a long time too. All y'all have. We ain't looking for fame or fortune, but we are looking for the glory. We're looking for the big cat, but they ain't even nowhere to be found. Which we hadn't been down here at the right time. That's a lot to do with it. There's one right there. Come on. He hit it. We're due to hit. Fish on. Yeah. That's a big channel, I believe. God, I believe that is a big channel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Come to the papa. Hey, I'll take that all day long. Yeah, that's a beauty. They usually don't get that big. Well, they get that big, but I usually don't catch them that big. I'd say that's probably about a 4-pounder. That'd be some good eating if you was hungry, but we're gonna let him loose. Yeah, it's a beautiful fish. It is a beautiful fish. He hit hard too. I thought it was a bigger blue. Get him back in there. Hell, I'm gonna get a weight on that. Golly, he's feisty. Uh-oh. I think he went for the bait again, huh? We're gonna get that bait back out there. Bait back out there for him. All right. Get a quick weight on this little bad boy. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna say it's 4-pounder. All right, Buster. Oh, he's feisty. Oh, he's gone. He gone. He did not want to be weighed, and I don't blame him. I'd say it's a 4. I was just curious. The skunk's off the boat, or skunk's off the pier. All right. I was going, yeah, he gone. He flopped out of that net so quick. He had been up here long enough. That thing hit hard. That thing was a little feisty, little baby. Tell you what, though, I'm gonna freshen up that bait. He left me some bait, but he tore it up pretty good. I got a good chunk over here. Alvin Lewis brought me some luck. There you go, brother. I appreciate it. About time. Yeah. All right, let's get it back out there. Well, at least they know something's hitting. Yeah, he gone. I put him back in that net, and he jumped out of that sucker. Uh-oh, I heard a bell go off. Come on, Big Blue. Weak spot right there. All right. It don't do me no good to have a bait towel. I wipe everything on my pants anyways. But old habits die hard. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah, that could have been dinner, half century. I ain't gonna lie. That could have been a good dinner. But hell, I was just happy to see a catfish. The last about 4 or 5 times I fished for them, I've skunked. That one got hit, and he started swimming to the bank a little bit. I saw that line kind of coming to the bank, so I went ahead and reeled down on him. But man, yeah, there's some good flatheads in here. There's some good blues in here. So you just never know. But tells me at least something's moving around. Yeah, that would have been some nuggets. Yeah, perfect size, eating size. If we was fishing for keeps, that would have went in the cooler. That was a good one. He didn't want to be weighed though. I put him in that net. I'm just gonna pick him up. He rolled out of that sucker. He got out of dodge. That's one lucky fish, because most people would have threw him in the cooler so quick. Around here, that's like a sin to throw away a catfish back in the river. Nah, we've been eating like kings here lately. If I was wanting to fry up some, I'd have got him and put him in there. Nah, he's gone, boy. At least they're moving that gold rod right there, that copper looking rod. That's the one I was hopeful I'd get a big fish on tonight. That's right, Amanda. That's right. He said, "Why is he putting me back in the net?" I love that Uncle Lou rod though. That thing's smooth. It handles fish like that, no problem. That thing right there would handle probably a 75-pound fish, and I would feel totally confident in any of these. But it's been a while since we caught a hog. I ain't gonna lie. It's been about 2 years since we've caught anything over 20 pounds down here, or anywhere for that matter. But all it takes is one hit. It could be the next 100-pound record. 128 is the record on this river. Or, excuse me, I think 118 is the record for Alabama blue cat. But it was caught on this body of water just miles down. I don't know what the PB flat or the record flathead is here. It's probably close to 80 or 90 pounds. But my goal is to break a 50 pounder. So I got the gear for it. I got the scale for it. Ooh, but I just like having a good show, good entertainment. I appreciate all y'all coming in and hanging out. Oh yeah, Uncle Lou Roz, I love it. Uncle Lou's a good old boy, a good man. He's a good man. I like him a lot. He's been supporting my channel for a while. Them dogs are raising Cain. I know that. Maybe they know some games moving through or something. Uh-oh. I keep seeing that orange rod wiggle a little bit. That must be in the sweet spot. I put it right back in the same spot out there. Little drop off. There's a deep drop off down there, but it's about 100 yards. And then this creek pours into this river, and it goes from about 4 feet to about 13 foot. And then out there, way out there in the middle, is a channel where the barges run. But usually when I try to sling a bait that far out there, I end up slinging my bait off. Which probably that brim wouldn't come off there, but you got to really cook it to get it out there that far. Make sure my drag's set up. long time now. Yeah, buddy. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. We're gonna give it a little run tonight. I've been wanting to do some evening fishing, so heck yeah. We'll stay down here for a little while, just soak them baits for a minute. A few more minutes, a few hours if we can. If we can get away with it. Nancy, I got a little about a 4 pounder, little cat. I threw him back though. Little feisty little sucker. He hit good though. That's what I like when they it wasn't an aggressive takedown, but whenever I set the hook, he was really tail whipping a lot. But the only thing about this pier sometimes is it's a great little pier for where it is, but sometimes them fish, if you're fighting them, they'll try to swim up under the pier. I had a flathead do that to me last year. It didn't break the line, it just got off. It got slack. It wrapped around the piling and wiggled it. Probably shook it out of its mouth because it didn't have any tension on it. It was a good. It was probably a good fish. I was already uh, thinking what I was going to say to the camera. You don't never know. You ain't got him until you got him. That's just like anything, a deer or anything. You can have him in the crosshairs and pull the trigger and forget to have a round in there. So whatever. But I thought about chunking that live bluegill up. If nothing hits it in the next 30 minutes or so, I might reel it in and cut it in half. But you don't never know. That's the thing about it. Yep. What were you fishing for, Nancy? Carp? I forgot what y'all fish for. Crappie and brown. There you go. That's my two favorite to eat for sure. Crappie and brown. Yeah, brim's the best tasting to me. I like catfish. I just don't like cleaning them that much. But if you got a good place to set up, they ain't bad at all. But I like having a mess of brim. Hard to beat. What part of the world do y'all fish in? Just being nosy. Oh, cool. Saskatchewan, nice. That's up north, northern country. That's pretty awesome. Y'all got glaciers up there, don't you? I've never been up there. Furthest north I've been in the states is we went to Maryland, and then when I was a teenager, I went over to England for a week. Never been to Canada though. I've got a sister that lived in Alaska for a while though, and I got a sister that lives in Louisiana. Flat country, okay, cool. I bet it gets chilly up there. It probably already is. Oh wow. Man, there's some big bass jumping out here earlier. Some massive ones. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna get cool here. They're already saying we might have a little light dust and the snow. Real major cold front coming through. If you don't like the weather in Alabama, just wait till the next day and it might change. So, what we got over here? A little rod, little truck. Is Gregory still in here? I was gonna see if they's going live on a Possum's channel tonight. Get out of here, mosquito. Yeah, by next week, a lot of these leaves will be off the trees. They're already starting to fall, and then they're gonna be getting blown around by that 30-mile-an-hour wind. Got it. Cool. Snow makes people go crazy. Yeah, they go crazy down here. They don't know how to drive down here. They don't know you have to go slow. But in ice, it don't matter though. I'm gonna, think I'm gonna reel up this one over here and chunk that back up. Yeah, I'm glad you can hear it. Them people were partying pretty heavy a minute ago. All right, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna put this piece out here. this chunk of bait down here to the left, and I'm gonna put that headpiece out right in front of it. Get that big board reel out there. Oh yeah, got it right there where we want it. Oh yeah. Do a little switch around, switcheroo. I'm glad you can hear the sounds of nature. It's very peaceful tonight. Extremely peaceful. PA Trapping, good to see you, boss. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We chilling out on the river, doing a little evening fishing. Caught a few bluegill. Caught one about 4 or 5 pound catfish. So we got the skunk off the bank, or got the skunk off the pier. Now we're just waiting for the big boy. Golly, at the mosquitoes. They're rough. Yeah, y'all swarm all you want. Next week y'all gonna be too cold to be flying around. River rat. Rat Rod, you don't know if Possum and them's going live, do you? They said they was gonna go live later. I thought about jumping up there with them, but I might be gone before they get on there. I'll probably dip out in a couple hours, especially if nothing's happening. But it seems like something would be hitting tonight. You don't never know. Don't never know till you throw. There's about 30 mosquitoes swarming right here behind me. I need a little flamethrower to nuke them out. It's dark out here for real, but you can still see them rods through the camera. It's amazing how they do with camera lenses nowadays on phones. Golly, bro. Need to make a good little gnat smoke out here. PA Trapping. Appreciate you, brother. Hopefully y'all having good luck. Hope all the people that are fishing or hunting this week has good luck. We had some pretty good luck today. We had real good luck today, actually. I ain't gonna say we didn't because we caught a nice little catfish. We wasn't even down here that long, so if we can get about a 45 or 55 pounder, that'd be real nice. But I ain't gonna complain because at least we got to feel a takedown. That thing didn't really hit it aggressively. He was chewing on it and then started swimming with it and started swimming toward bank. And I reeled down a little bit and seemed like he might have had it in his mouth. So luckily we hooked up. Yeah, river rat, my brother. Appreciate you hanging out in there with me, man. You a bank fishing legend in my book. Anybody that consistently catches multi-species of catfish you do, brother, I got a lot of respect for you, man, because I know what goes into it. And like me, I don't live on the river. This is uh, some of my family's property around here, so I'm able to come down here, which is a blessing. But it's a 45-minute drive, so you gotta you gotta sometimes travel to fish, and then if you're bank fishing, you gotta worry about the elements. You be out there freezing, or it might rain, or somebody might try to run you off, or whatever. So much respect to all my fishermen and women out there, but especially my bank fishermen. I got a special place in my heart for all my bank fishermen. I had a good boat. I just never uh, had the time to really go travel and put it in, so I sold it. I might get a little boat one day, a little John boat or a little canoe, kayak or something. Well, not a kayak, but a small boat where I can just haul it in the back of my truck and put a little trolling motor on it, and then just put around here. You know, that's it, brother. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Well, it's like today or yesterday. I just told myself today I'm going fishing, no matter what, and got up and started going through my gear, mainly sorting junk out. I'm bad about if I'm fishing, uh, and they're hitting, or I'm fishing for bluegill and this and that. I'll throw junk in there in different compartments. I ain't supposed to mix them all up, but I end up doing it, and then I have a bunch of jumbled up uh, hooks and lures and everything, jigs mainly. So today I went in there and took about an hour and sorted everything out. I re-rigged my reels and rods. Didn't rig line, but I put uh, new leader on. I got one of them hookers terminal tackles. Davy Jones hooks on there. Solo text, and I appreciate that, boss. Thank you so much for all the support over the years. Yeah, we need a little big fish luck, but we got a little fish. We got a good little cat, but I wouldn't mind getting a big little cat. A little big cat action, if you know what I mean, huh? I appreciate that, though, my brother. That means a lot. Like I said, I've met a ton of good people in this community. I've actually met some in person at the events, and met even more on here with y'all. People like you and Ernest and Uncle Lou, and Gregory, people I hadn't met in person, but I feel like y'all are, friends, and I support y'all, and I appreciate y'all, man. So it means a lot. Okay, we're gonna take a little uh, refreshment break. If any of these rods tend to go down while I walk up here, first one that reels them down gets the fish. So if y'all see one of them go down, just holler. Or hell, just grab it. Victory is mine. Terry B, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a light soon. Something I can kind of use that don't blind me, but I can still see my rod and reels. Oh yeah, that's right. Johnny would have. Johnny might have done it out of sake. Out of if he let him go though, I'd let him buy with it. The on-off button on my pole broke. Oh no, brutal. I thought them think these little lines on my hat glowed in the dark, but don't look like they're high vis. Yeah, Terry, at least we didn't skunk today. We got us a good cat. I think it was looked like a channel cat. It might have been a blue, but I had to go back and look at the footage. I'm about sure it was a channel. If it was a blue, it was not a blue blue. It was a green blue. Yeah, I let him go though. I was gonna weigh him. I was gonna throw him back and I said, "Man, I'm gonna weigh him just to see what the chat thinks it is." You know how we do guessing the weight. He didn't want to be weighed. He when I put him in the net, he freaking basically jumped out of the net. When I was gonna put him in the net and had the scale, he freaking got out of there. He wasn't. He's probably 4 or 5 pounder. It was good little fight. It'd have been a damn good fight on light tackle. If you'd have caught that on 5 or 10 pound test on a lighter rig, it would have been a heck of a fight for a cat. But I have a 50 pound braid on there, so it really didn't. It really didn't phase that. But I got cut bluegill out there. Got 3 setups. Indiana Chris, what's up, bro? Good to see you, my man. Long time supporter on the channel. Hope y'all are doing good up there. Got a lot of good. I have a lot of good friends in Indiana. There's some good people up that way, and appreciate you, man. Hmm. Hope you've been doing good up your way, man. Yep. I forgot what part of Indiana you are in. I've got some friends toward like Montgomery, Indiana. That'd be kind of like central or south, really south. They live in They live up toward Montgomery. All right, buddy. But every time I go up there, I have a blast. I hadn't been able to go the last couple years. Oh, buddy, get it going, man. Grill is lit. I'm gonna get after it, boss. Get that thing going. Love me some grilled food. I love grilling. Smoke it up with some of that hickory, baby, or some apple or pecan. You got it going. South Bend, yeah, cool. I've never been that far north. There's a beaver swimming through here. I don't know. I doubt y'all can see him. Big beaver. Big beaver swimming through. Just don't mess my lines up, partner. I don't know if see him. No, you can't. It's too dark. Yeah, my buddies went to guys I work with went to a tractor show in South Bend years ago. It's just pretty cool. Yeah, heck yeah, I go to Walker County Lake. Well, I don't go much anymore. I used to. I don't know if you're talking the same Walker County Lake over by Jasper. Yeah, I've been there a couple times. Game warden likes to hang out over there, which I'm always legal, but he busted some people trout fishing there last winter. He made it rough on one old boy, and I said, "Man, I kind of didn't like that." So, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I go to Walker County Lake, but I hadn't been up there probably since probably like February. Yeah, I didn't see your picture, Nancy. I'm sorry. I thought you was this is bad. I thought you was my friend from over in England. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, there's some private ponds around where we live. My buddy and them used to have one. Yeah, I fish. Usually, I fish down here on the Warrior River if I'm not up hitting a pond or lake up. My next investment's going to be a light, though. I'm going to get a like a black light that illuminates the rods. Cause I got lights that I can see out here, but I want one to set under my rods, and then we'll do something. Yeah, you can do a kayak. I don't like them just because I like being able to sit up out of the water, but they're really cool for like creeks and stuff. We used to float Valley Creek a lot. 64 years I've been living up here. Dang, dude, that's cool. I've lived in Alabama all my life, so I probably never move from here unless they just run me out. But I don't see that happening. There ain't no fish action going on. Alvin Lewis come in and brought me some luck earlier, so we'll give it a little bit longer. I want to stay down here at least another hour or so because all it takes is one hit. Yeah, me and my buddy Mason used to fish at Walker County Lake a lot. Or not a lot. He used to go up there a lot, and I'd go with him a few times, but I never caught much up there. But that's probably just me. Yeah, I got a good tripod for Christmas finally. Elise bought me a pretty good one, but I just need to get me a good light. But you said Mad Cat's has the one I need, huh, brother? If you like it, then I'm gonna like it. I know. Yeah, the neighbors are still getting it going down there. It sounds like they went inside, but you can still hear them. They got a little shindig going. Well, that's good. You only catch catfish. That's the big, probably the biggest thing in there. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. I couldn't see your uh, icon pictures, on chat. So my bad. I was thinking you were my lady from England. So sorry about that. But yeah, now I did catch when we first went up to Walker County Lake about 5 years ago. Me and my buddy went. The one I was telling you about went over there down the road that they closed off there. We went in this little cove and we wore the channels out. We caught about four a piece. But ever since I've been up there, uh, the last year I didn't do nothing. When I was trying to fish for them trout, man, there was like we went up there and it was cold. It was like 25 degrees that morning. Like I'm gonna wear some trout out, man. How hard can it be? And there was one old boy wearing them out on the dam. He was catching them left and right, but they only let you keep five of them. But after he caught his fifth one, he was giving them to people, and they were putting them in their cooler. And game warden showed up, and he wrote him a ticket from hell, which the law is the law. But I wasn't catching crap. It was just like 20 people standing around the pond trying to catch trout. I was like, man, I'm out of here, dude. But it's a beautiful lake. They do a really good job. It's not a pay lake. It's a lake that's like the state of Alabama wildlife. They do a lot of research there, and they release like fish into it, and I think it's an eagle sanctuary. And there's strict limits there. It's not they don't release big catfish in there or anything like that. It's just a big, beautiful lake. Yeah, that's I could see that. Yeah, it's pretty big dang lake for a public lake. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna get one of them little. I had a 16-foot aluminum craft and I never used it. A guy gave it to me, and I felt so bad about not using it. And I finally sold it, and I said I'm gonna get a small boat. Yep, one that I can haul around in my truck and sneak around in a little bit. Not that I do any trespassing or anything though. Yeah, it's peaceful down here too, especially in the winter. Man, I lived down here uh, one fall or summer, fall, and winter, and man, you talking about like in December, January, you don't hear nothing except maybe a barge go by. But yeah, you probably know exactly where I'm fishing at right now. Ain't too far from y'all. It ain't too far from West Jefferson, between West Jefferson and Oak Grove. Yeah, man. Indiana Chris, you ain't wrong, brother. Now, if I lived on the river, like right here, if I lived here, I'd have a boat of some sort. But when you're having to haul them around 30 or 20, 30 miles or whatever, you got to be committed to it. And I like just sneaking off and coming down here in my car and, or wherever. Hadn't heard nothing hit though. We're gonna give it about another hour and then we'll probably jet. But I just know there's a big beast out there swimming somewhere. And if they come through, they might hit one of our rigs. That's why we got the heavy setups. When I was younger, I did not have any desire to rig up a medium heavy with 50-pound braid. But after seeing what kind of fish was in here, I said I'm gonna go heavy from here on out. It's time for a big flathead though, man. Gotta be one out there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. I got a big ugly Ford truck with like a big bed on it. I can put big boat in the back of it. Uh-oh, I heard them down the river. That's one thing that people don't realize being on the river. If you're talking loud, everybody can hear you, right? So you gotta watch what you say. So they're down there partying. I heard one of them say, "So and so, you want some Fireball?" Hell no, I don't want no Fireball. When we were younger, we used to drink our fair share of all that stuff, but it usually only led to people getting in trouble or hurt. So if I do any drinking now, I'll drink a few beers or something, but I don't party much anymore unless it's at my house, and then I can do whatever I want to do. But that still don't get wild. But this is my fun right here, coming down here and chilling out. What kind of beer? Shoot, Mexican beer, baby. Nah, whatever. I'm just kidding. I like Modelo's a little bit, but I ain't really that picky. I ain't really that picky. I like German. If I had to pick, I like German beer. But just know Bud Light. Yeah, they're good. Hey, like I said, I don't partake as much as I used to, but every once in a while, ain't no problem with just hanging out and having a few. But when I get off work, I go home and chill out. Usually, I ain't at the pool hall or partying. Too old to be partying for real. Yeah, German beers. Yeah, it's good in the winter. In the summer, not that good. Yeah, we're gonna give it a little while longer, and then I'm probably gonna jet back toward the house. I would stay down here a few more hours, but I don't want to be driving back too late. Hell, it's only 5:45. I forgot this daylight savings. Yeah, I was wondering if Possum and them were going live. He said he's working. He's on the cotton picker, on the whatever machine. I'm sure. He said after he got done, they might go live. So if Castaway Crew and them is live, y'all check them out. I don't know if I'll jump on them to jump on there with them tonight or what. Yep. Yeah, you're a hard worker. I know that. I know how it is, especially working on weekends. I guess I don't mind working on the weekend if I need to, but I can't do night shift. That's one thing I would struggle with. I like getting up in the morning and going and doing what I want to do, then coming home. Yeah, I need to make some more moderators for in here whenever I get home. I need to get on the computer and set y'all up because I don't have but a couple mods. I need to get a few more set up. I got 35 likes, man. That's really good for not catching but one catfish. But I ain't really in it for all the thumbs up. That's a good thing. It helps out everybody. But main thing is y'all are having fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you for all the support over the years. There's some kind of fish out there moving around. Shoot, yeah, that's too much. I mean, I know you got to work and make a living, but if it's costing you your sanity, you know, got to make a change. I've done sheet metal work forever, not forever, for 20 something years, ever since I was a teenager, really. And I quit that and did some utility work for a while. which was cool. But God, we were always gone. And I was getting in every day late as crap. Didn't feel like doing nothing. I did that for a year and I freaking quit, man. PA trapping. I appreciate you coming in, brother. We're gonna call it here in a little bit. The bite seemed to slow down, but luckily we got that one good little cat. So I appreciate you coming in, man. It means a lot. Good luck with you trapping this week. And if we're here, you're welcome back in anytime. Thank you, sir. This river's just smooth as glass tonight. Ain't no current hardly. But next week's gonna be brutal. I might try to sneak down here one day early in the week when it's pretty cold and fish. And y'all see me bundled up. I look like an Eskimo. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the good luck. We're gonna give it a little while longer. I'm gonna sit here as long as I can. But once I start getting like feeling like they ain't gonna bite, I'll roll out. It was a slow day for a lot of people, but I'm glad we caught uh, that one. I was needing some redemption after the last few lives. So they were pretty sorry in terms of catfish, and I can usually always catch a brim or a bass, but catfish have been elusive here as of late. Yeah, run on, man. Thank you, sir. Hope all's well up in South Bend, and I appreciate your support all the years, man, and the friendship, brother. God bless y'all, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Johnny boy. Bobcat, what's up, man? Bumping Bobcat, the master. We doing some a little bit of evening fishing. They slowed down. We had a couple hits earlier. Caught one little 4 or 5 pounder, but it's been pretty slow. There ain't much current at all. River is just smooth as glass right now. Got cut bluegill out there. Yeah, man, we had to get down here. Gonna be fishing and hunting from here on out. It's done got time is right. I got my big rigs out there tonight. I got a had a live bluegill on that my big setup. I ended up cutting him in half, put the headpiece back on there on a drop rig, and then I got a rig with the body piece little chunk on it with a spook on it, a demon dragon, and then I got another little chunk out there in the channel. So hadn't been no takedowns though for a while, but we didn't skunk. I appreciate you coming in the channel, man. You uh, been a good supporter for all the years, and you very knowledgeable when it comes to catfish. Y'all need to go check out Bobcat's channel. Somebody that has mastered the art of bumping for cats, and I mean that. I'm not trying to give him the big head, but that's a skill that you gotta acquire over a lot of experience. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, man. It's good to be out here fishing. Good to be out here fishing. It's a blessing to have a good place to fish. We're gonna be doing more fishing. Yeah, that's right, brother. From now until January or February, you're gonna see more hunting and fishing on this channel. We're getting back after it. We just had a lot going on this summer, and that's just life. It was all good things, though. Can't complain. It was all really good things, good situation, outcome. But you got to put in the time, and you got to find the time to travel to fish or fish after work or whatever. And, hunting, same thing. You can't just hunt anywhere around my house. There's too many houses, and got to travel and get it going. But we have made us a good showing tonight. Had a lot of good people in here, a lot of good friends. Some of you I know, and some of you I know well, but all y'all are good people, and I appreciate it. But I'm telling y'all one thing: if you want to kill a big deer this year, you need to be uh, hunting around an acorn tree, because I ain't seen so many acorns in a long time, maybe ever. And it's just a big year for them. Everywhere I've went, I've seen them dropping like wow. We're gonna go hunting probably if my daughter wants to go. My one of my daughters wants to go, or both of them, they can. We're gonna try to go youth hunt, and then the next weekend I'll be down there going for big buck. But we've been live 2 hours 45 minutes. Not bad. Putting in some time. Oh, the youth hunt. It's just like they open the they open the gun season 1 week earlier, where people can take their kids hunting. But I don't know if it's statewide, but I know it's like mostly this region and over toward where my dad and them, where my family's from, over toward Lamar County. Uh, I ain't from out there, but my grandparents grew up there, and my dad still lives out there. But no, it's just where like you can take your kids and they can shoot a deer, but the adults aren't really allowed to. You know, unless it's like kid's the one that's supposed to shoot it. If you can't, adults not supposed to pull the trigger. Never know when the fish bite. Can't stop until they wore me out. That's right, brother. Well, they ain't wearing nothing out right now. I wish they were, but we had one good little hit, but so far been real slow today. So slow day. I'm thankful that we got a cat, but the river's just still. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing going on really. I do better when there's current. Seems like, but I'm no professional. I'm still learning a lot about uh, fishing for big cats. You got to target them, go where they're at, because a lot of times they're not going to move. A blue cat might move around at certain times. It might move, 10 miles if it wants to, but flatheads usually hang around the same spot. You just got to catch them from going point A to point B and have whatever they want in front of them. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a uh, frozen early week for us. Saying the might go down in the low 20s next week. Angie and Rick, what's up, y'all? Good to see you, girl. Appreciate y'all coming in. Hopefully, y'all are good up there in West Bygone, Virginia. Good place up there. We caught a couple brim, good little cat. We're gonna give it a few more minutes, then we're gonna jet though. Yeah, some call Alvin Lewis and tell him to come back in the chat. Somebody page Alvin Lewis. He was my good luck today. He come in and I caught that fish. That's what catfishing's all about, sitting and waiting. I used to not love it when I was a kid. When I was a young kid, we would sorry, I thought I heard a rod wheeling around. Yeah, I didn't like the being patient, sitting there and waiting. I like bass fishing, pan fishing, all that. Hell yeah. That's funny as crap, dude. That's so funny, brother. That's good, though. Appreciate it. Hell, bring me some more luck, big boss. That's funny. That's awesome. Oh, man. Yep. Maybe a barge will come through and stir them up or something. And this river's still. I've been looking at the same leaf sitting here for about an hour. That's so funny, brother. Hey, does art imitate life or life imitate art? whatever that means, hell. I appreciate you, Alvin, supporting the channel and always having a damn good sense of humor, especially when it comes to making fun of Troy. But Troy's my buddy, but we all got to give each other a little bit of hell every once in a while. That's funny, brother. Well, maybe you bring me some more luck. I'm gonna catch about a 55 pound. I know if I want to go to a good party, there's one about uh 200 yard up the river, but it's on the other side of the bank, so you had to come in from the other side. But I hear them down there. They're raising some cane down there. Oh, really? My cousin has been catching some monsters in Gunner. Oh yeah, shoot, that's the big that's the big cat capital. Gunnersville and Wheeler, especially. That's awesome. Does he have or he or she have a YouTube channel? Hell, we may know him. I love Gunnersville. It's nice. A little bit of a roll for us. About an hour and 20 minutes north of us. But if I lived up there, I'd be fishing it all the time. Cool, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do the Facebook Live and the TikTok. I got on the TikTok for a minute years ago, and it just kind of wasn't my speed. I've but this put a lot of people on the map. But I don't, I just like my YouTube. I know how to do it. Danimal, what's up, brother? Fishing with Clayton from Certified Fishing Nut. Hell yeah. Get it going, man. Get it going, bro. Hope you're catching. What y'all fishing for? Where are y'all fishing? What y'all fishing for? I gotta know. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got on TikTok and seen all these people doing stuff that I used to get made fun of for doing. They thought I was like had mental problems, and they got a million likes. So it ain't for me. Fishing for cats at Waurika Lake in southern Oklahoma. He came up from Texas. Oh hell, we got an Okie and a Texan in the boat going for the cats. Watch out. Good luck to y'all. Appreciate you coming in, Dan. It means a lot for real, brother. I mean that when I say that. Anybody that takes the time and comes out and even just drops in, that's cool. I like hanging out with people from all over. We got a couple wild ones in here, huh? Going for the cats. Hey, that's all right. I know some good Texans, and I know some good Oklahomas. I got family out in Oklahoma. I've got an aunt. God damn. Woo! What? There's a little fish. Damn. Sorry. There's a little fish, but it rocked that rod. He was on there, but he wasn't hooked. Ow. I'm gonna put another piece of bait on there and throw it back out there. They still hitting. That was a small fish, but it still rocked it though. Get a piece back out there for them. They still hitting. We still fishing. Yeah, that was a good little takedown, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good little takedown there. Goodness gracious, that was aggressive, huh? Put that back out there. Right back where it was. Come back for it. I can still move pretty fast. Man. No, stringer ain't full. Now, it would have been earlier if I would have kept that one. I caught a good little eating size cat, but I let him go. That was a small fish right there. He had the bait in his mouth, and it was just a little small fish. But it come off right at the pier. But I saw it. It wouldn't, but probably half a pound. It was a little old bitty cat. At least they're biting though. I forgot what I was saying before I had that take. I was running my mouth about something. I was rambling on, trying to kill time, I guess. I caught one catfish earlier. I'm fishing for big catfish. I'm fishing for big blue and big flathead. I got cut bluegill out there for them, and I got my big rod and reels out. 50-pound braid, 40-pound leader, 8/0 hooks, stuff like that. So I'm trying to get something big, but we caught a few bluegill earlier, and I chunked them up. I had a live one on there, and it wasn't nothing hitting it, and I cut it, put a headpiece on there. But the way that bell was rattling earlier, it sounded aggressive, and I can't see the rod from here. I have my light set up, kind of sucks. So I couldn't tell if the rod was bent over or what, and I reeled down on it, and I couldn't tell if it was a bigger fish coming to the bank or just a little dink. It was just a little old dink. Yeah, 100-pound blue. There's one in here. There's probably a few in here that big. 118-pounder was caught about 40 miles south of here. State record. And there's been plenty of legends, tall tales over the years. So and so caught one that was, this big or that big. But there's some big fish in here for a smaller river. When you get on down toward like Walker County end or Tuscaloosa County end down in there, the Locust Ford, it starts widening out. The one that was caught that would have been a world record the other day, I don't want to say where I think it was and be wrong. So I'm sure somebody in chat probably knows where it was, but they estimated it to be between 160 and 180 pounds. And that's no joke. If he would have measured it, they could have estimated the weight, but a few of the people said, but by looking at it and the size of that guy, it was at least 150 pounds. And I can't remember where that was. Rat Rod might know. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I jumped up so quick, dude. Anytime I see one of them rods go down, I don't mess around. I go and get it because if it's a big fish, it don't take long for it to get the head of steam, and if it gets a head of steam, sometimes bad things happen, especially when it's swimming straight toward the pier. I've had a couple of them here swim directly toward the pier, and I didn't catch up with them in time, and they get around the piling. Yeah, I don't even know if he weighed it, but it was a giant. It looked huge. Like when I heard him talking about 150 pounder, I was like, that sounds pretty unbelievable. But Tim Scott has caught the biggest catfish consistently back when he was really getting after them. He's a master of catching big fish. So I'd like to get his take on how big he thought it was. But I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me tonight. We've hadn't been action packed, but at least we've had some action. And that is better than a skunk any day. Beautiful night on the water, just amazing and peaceful. And then we have some awesome people in here too, so that makes it even better. But we've been live for 3 hours and 8 minutes. We'll keep on rolling for a little while. Who we got? Who plays tonight? Alabama and LSU plays. Cool, cool. I keep up with a little bit of sports. I'm an Auburn fan, but they haven't been doing that great this year. So if they ain't really contending for it, I ain't sweating. watching or listening to the game. But I got a lot of family that's Alabama, a few that's Auburn, and I got a couple that's LSU, and I got a brother-in-law that's LSU graduate. So y'all don't hold it against us. Golly, that's wild, buddy. Yeah, I hope somebody goes live later. I'm gonna be checking it out. I was hoping Possum and them was gonna be on, but I know he was on the picker earlier. I don't know how most farms are up there, but he seems like he's got a lot of farm property. From the drone footage I saw the other week, he flew a drone over some of it and seemed like he flew that thing for 10 miles. Okay. I figure Alabama will beat them about 28-14, something like that. And if I had to guess, I figure Auburn was getting beat. But I ain't even sweating it. I'm glad I came fishing. But yeah, this river is just still as everything. 10,000 acre a year, that's a lot. That is a ton of work, I know. Oh, Auburn's tied, cool. Maybe they'll sneak out a win. It's been kind of a letdown for them this year, but you know how it is, just sports. Got to be a winner and loser. We got Big Mike. Good to see you, boss. Appreciate it. You talking about a angler that can catch some big ones off the bank? Big Mike has had his fair share of monsters landed. Appreciate y'all coming in, Big Mike. So far, we've got a couple brim earlier. Cut them up. We got about a 4 or 5 pounder earlier. I'm pretty sure it's a channel cat. I'm gonna go back and look. And we've had 2 takedowns. One was a dink that come off at the pier. But we got cut bait out there for them. Retired Rick, what's up, brother? Good to see y'all. Rick, I was wondering if y'all was doing the Castaway crew tonight. I was gonna jump on there with y'all for a little while, but didn't know if y'all were hitting it up tonight or not. I'm gonna fish for probably another 45 minutes. Oh shit, what was that? That's that big beaver. Maybe I'm wrong. Something nailed it. Something did hit it. Oh, cool, buddy. Appreciate that, Rick. I was wondering. I'll probably be done by then, buddy, but I'm gonna definitely check it out. Y'all got a good show going. Yeah, there's a little dink hit that. I'll throw it back out there. I'm gonna get me a better light set up. River Rat said I need to get that Mad Cat's light. Yeah. Oh yeah, 10,000 acres. You got to get after it. Yeah, if you ever want to see me move fast, just ring one of them little bells. 4,000 acres of cotton. Golly, that's a lot. They plant a lot of cotton over toward where my dad lives, out in there in the South Alabama. I heard it's been a good year for it, so that's a good thing. Be right back, y'all. All right. Yeah, I usually don't, Nancy. Or unless like a taco's about to fall off the counter or something like that, I'll get pretty good reflexes. I got pretty good reflexes when it comes to food being spilled or something like that. Or yeah, my next move for sure is gonna be some illumination for my rods. Yeah, you dang right, hunting and stuff, boy. I've had some hot ones this year, man. Lordy mercy. I don't know how I got roped into that. Nah, for real. It's fun. It's brutal though. Sometimes uh sometimes I wonder what were we thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Damn right. I ate tacos for lunch, boy. I said I ain't going fishing hungry. And believe it or not, I went to my favorite store and got some stuff. I made me some tacos and I made me some taters and made a beef and potato taco. Well, yeah, the super hots are crazy, but I've been eating hot stuff a long time, but I don't cook spicy food. I like hot sauce a little bit on my food, but you know, it's kind of a personal test to see how much you can handle. But I'm just amazed that somebody can grow something that hot, you know. So I tried to grow stuff that hot and see how it was, and then started trying different things. But I only eat one at a time. Other than the other day, I ate two, but usually just eat one, and that's plenty. Because I don't know how good multiple hot peppers are for you. The other day when I burnt my hand making that hot sauce, I like swore to myself I was gonna like retire from eating them. But then, like the next day, I wanted to eat some more of them or some more sauce. But uh, I burnt my hand up trying to be a tough guy, trying to cut them peppers up. I said, "Well, I'll just wash my hands off after I'm done." No, it didn't work, dude. It did not work. Jalapeno all around is the best pepper there is. What's bad is the way I like hot stuff and the way I like to cook. You would think I'm part Mexican, but I really ain't. I'm mostly Irish. But I love Mexican food. Lordy mercy, I could about eat it every day. But I like to cook. My wife, she's a baker. She can make a lot of good stuff like that. But when it comes to a lot of the grilling and cooking stews and soups and stuff, I love doing that. I tell you what'd be good, Mexican cornbread. Yeah, my brother Timothy got into one of them contests a few years ago, and he got third or fourth place, and some little Asian girl beat him. She was tearing him up. Serranos are really good solo, all around pound for pound a good pepper. I grew them one year. The Serrano peppers, God yeah, oh Lord yeah, sounds good. Them Serranos, I let some get real hot, red, like left them on the vine until like right before, I think it was October. I had a pile of them and I made pepper sauce. And I ended up getting the sauce in my eyes. I'll never forget that, dude. Yes, sir. Mexican cornbread. Woo. Yeah, with some greens. Oh, Lord, now you talking. I didn't even grow no greens this year. Usually I'll grow turnip greens and mustards. Don't usually grow collards, but I grow usually purple top and mustard together a little bit, or not together, but a row of each. God, yeah. Oh, I can throw down on some soul food now. Chicken wings, greens, beans, potato salad. Lordy mercy. Yeah, I like the Mexican cornbread. I need to get my cornbread game back going, man. There for a while, I made some good cornbread, and then I made a couple batches that didn't turn out right, and it kind of discouraged me from trying that recipe again. So I need to get back after it. Johnny Small Pepper, what's up, boss? Appreciate you. Hope everything's good out in Cali Desert. You wild maniac. We're gonna give it about 30 more minutes down here, and then we're gonna jet back to the house. Because it's about to get loud. I think these people are partying out for the Alabama game. Dynamo. Ooh, pinto beans, fried potatoes, corn. No, you can't beat that. Now you talking. Got to fry up a little bit of okra. I eat anything that don't eat me first. I always say it. The only thing I don't like is sweet pickles by themselves. Now I like them in dishes, and I used to not like pickled beets, but my friend from Indiana, his wife made some, and I enjoyed those. Okay, and that's about it. I don't like combos. The little pretzel rolls. I don't like combos. But other than that, sweet pickles and them, I about eat anything. The other day, I was over in Paris, and I pulled out. I had to go get, uh, had to go to the doctor for a checkup. And I come back out, and I saw some Zaxby's laying on the ground, and somebody had, I guess, put it on top of their car, and it fell off the car, and I ended up um, getting it, and you know, I took a little bite of the chicken finger. I ain't gonna lie. And then I fed the rest to some stray dogs. It was still in the pack though. I ain't picky. Ooh, I hear that owl holler. Yeah, yeah. It was still in it was still in the to go box. It looked fresh. I don't like Zaxby's really, anyways. Yeah, JSP. He's the real wild man in here. I just I just play the part for show. Johnny's the real maniac. I'm telling y'all, man. Anybody that can eat 20 chocolate primatalis, that's insanity. Good to see y'all for real. We're gonna give it a few more minutes, then we're gonna head back. I hate to call it early, but we've been down here for almost 3.5 hours. Great show. Appreciate you, Nancy, for hanging out with me. Like I said, I didn't recognize you at first, darling, but now I do. We had Terry B come in. 351 was riding with me. We had Bobcat come in. We had Angie and Rick, Right Touch of Fishing. Had Pappy the Pod Destroyer come in here. And then looky here, we got Scott Smith coming in. Long time no see, brother. Long time no see, my buddy. Yeah, we had a one good little cat earlier, a couple hours ago. We got about a 5 pound catfish. Good little takedown, but for it to be a slow day, I'll take it. Had one little dink come off at the bank. It wouldn't even hook good. No big takedowns. No miss. Well, we had that one miss. Caught a couple brim, but nothing major. We're going for the big ones, but nothing major so far. Appreciate you, Scott. Hope all's well over your way, my buddy. hunting and stuff. Um, no, we're in Alabama. We if you're familiar with the geography, we are about 20 miles west of Birmingham. We're on the Locust Fork River, part of the Warrior River. I don't live down here. I'm from down here, from around this area. I live up toward Corner, but we're down here toward kind of toward Birmingport. Hunting and stuff. We I have some family over toward Mississippi. Them people are getting rowdy as hell down there. Oh no, I understand hunting and stuff. Hell, I probably forgot where you from too, my buddy. I'm sorry. Uh, but no, if you're going by accent, you really ain't that far off. Cause Colorado, heck yeah, beautiful country up that way. Beautiful country up that way. I know a couple people that live up there. My wife's cousins on her dad's side lived up toward Colorado, and one of them went to University of Colorado, graduated from up there. Scott Smith, I don't know, buddy. I thought that, but it's been a slow day today from what I seen across the board. I know Brian and them had that tourney, and they caught some good fish, but they weren't. Everybody wasn't wearing them out. I think it was slow for them, and I figured they was gonna have to feed sometime. Might be tomorrow when the time's right, but our water's still as crap. There's some leaves in the water right here. I've been looking at them same leaves for about an hour, so water ain't moving. And that down here when the water ain't moving, sometimes fishing's real slow. But what do I know? I tell you what, y'all, we're gonna give it a few more minutes and then we're gonna peace out. It's been a fabulous live. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. It hadn't been the most fish filled live, but we've had some good friends and some good people in here. And I just appreciate each and every one of y'all. Appreciate that, Nancy. Yeah, I ain't got far to drive, about 35 minutes. But I appreciate that. I'm gonna just take it easy. But at least we got in on a few fish, had a few takedowns, so can't complain. We're gonna be getting back in the groove, doing more fishing, more hunting here soon. So I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and start packing up. I'm gonna leave the camera running in case we do end up getting a takedown. And if one of them goes down, y'all feel free to just reel down on them. It can be your fish. If I'm away from the camera, y'all just go ahead and get it. But I'm gonna start packing up a few things. Nothing touch that head piece. Oh, appreciate you, Johnny. Later, y'all. Oh, cool. Yeah, Arlene rules. When I get back, maybe tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna get back on the computer and um, set up some more moderators. Well, y'all be good. Appreciate y'all coming in. Everybody be safe tonight. Take it easy. We'll talk to y'all next time. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, taking the time out, supporting the channel. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.